Where did Madison go? Oh, that's convenient. She's playing on Kutztown B team right now against Westchester University. Welcome back to the stream, everybody. My name is Connor. I'll be your solo host for this game. I hope I don't struggle too much without my co-host here, but I hope she struggles even less down in the esports room. We've got we just finished Penn State Harrisburg versus Drexel A. Drexel taking a definitive 2-map win. Penn State had the gas at the end, but it just was too late for them. Next up, we've got Westchester University versus Kutztown B. I'm expecting a great match. I've spent a lot of time helping to coach Team B, and I hope that today they really level it up. So, welcome to LAN, B team. We've got a good lineup of players. We do have a player from our A team subbing in. We do have an absent player on B team, but we're all covered. So our lineup today, we've got our great tank line. I believe that they're going to be running somewhat of a Ryan Zarya, Monkey Diva comp. I think those are the things that they're more comfortable with or most comfortable with. Our supports have been very flexible this season. I'm very proud of them. And you'll see on Lijiang Tower here, we've got Control Center lined up. Sunset Sloth and Josh on the classic Ana Lucio comp. Looks like we've got a Reaper May. Going to be a very close range brawl comp here. Looking for aggressive nades onto the likes of the backline of Westchester. Teleporter's coming up for Westchester here. Westchester pushing up. Setting up in this first room here, getting there before Kutztown does. A lot of damage on the Craft Punk here. I believe it's Cade playing on the Craft Punk account. Grim getting the first pick of the match and pushing Kutztown back a little bit. Kutztown retreating with what they have left. It's very important that no one gets killed here before they get out, or Westchester will have gotten themselves quite a lot of free percent. Kutztown with a very quick return here. Looks like they won't have time to contest the point, but they will have time to get in here pretty short after. Kutztown waiting for cooldowns. Westchester standing on the point, getting their line of sight blocked there by Brandon K. Kutztown deciding what they want to do. Looks like they're amping speed through here. Super aggressive play with this Reinhardt and this Reaper real close range. Looking to utilize that May damage. Trades on both sides. Pagemo getting a crucial kill onto the main tank there, Craft Punk, and finishing it off. Grim with some tactical crouches there. Westchester with 30% on the board and a bit of an ult charge disparity. With maps like this, with comps like this, right? We've got a Lucio on both sides, and we've got a pretty strong main healer on both sides. You're going to expect a lot of support pressure here early, and that's exactly what happens there with that Baptiste ultimate. Sunset Sloth, my co-caster there, gets caught out early, and Josh is now stuck here to suffer the wrath of Grim and Westchester. An excellent Earth Shatter there, catching them and buying themselves more time on this point here. And Brandon K caught out here. Zodi HD bringing in a lot of support for his team with these turrets. These little turrets are quite the hassle for a main tank to have to deal with, and you need those other players on your team to help. And so I'm sure Craft Punk here is looking for Kutztown Overwatch, which is Kyle and Brandon here, to help get rid of these turrets so they can actually push in. Here comes an amp speed here from Kutztown. A whiff shatter there after a Symmetra ultimate comes down. Kutztown is now down 2 players, getting pushed out here and saving their ultimates. Smart move there from Brandon, not using his ultimate. And the only ultimate that was used that fight, apart from this Diva Bomb here, being that Symmetra wall that guaranteed that half their team did not get Earth Shattered. Great job there from Westchester. A pretty strong first map here. I do think it's definitely winnable on the side of Kutztown. Looking to push in really quick, which they can, but that damage, that raw damage from that Symmetra is just too much if they don't push in real quick. So, here we are, Lijiang Night Market, a great map for that sim that they had on that first map, and it looks like they're going to keep it. We have our first nearly mirrored match of the day today. Kutztown having Reaper instead of that Mei. We'll see if they get to leverage that. I'd love to see Westchester leverage some great walls here early to put Kutztown in a tight spot. Both teams pushing up here. We've got a teleporter from both teams. Kutztown just a little bit later, and Craft Punk falling onto the wrong side may mean despair for his backline, and it does. Excellent job, Westchester, maintaining control of the point that whole fight there. They are up a player. I would expect them to be pushing in here, but it looks like they're going to hold back. Westchester playing a defensive game here, a little tricky defensive game here. Both teleporters are still up. Westchester has not bothered with destroying Kutztowns, and so they could utilize it if they really want to. A lot of damage out there from Kutztown early, but a great reply from the backline of Westchester with their Lucio amp and with a nano there onto that Reinhardt. Reinhardt caught out in a weird position, but because he's nanoed, he's so enabled, he's going to push in and he's going to wipe out the Lucio of Kutztown. Grim pushing up here with his team. Page coming up on an ultimate, and with a Sim ultimate in hand, they're going to have a great position on this point. They're going to get to cut it in half, and Kutztown simply cannot. They're going to have to find a new way in here, or they might have to switch it up if this next fight does not go in their favor. Pretty even on ultimates here. Kutztown looking to break the shield of Westchester, but an incredibly well-timed fire strike there will mean that Kutztown was put so low so early. But an amazing recovery from Kutztown, using only one ultimate there early, and then followed by the immortality field there from Josh. Westchester regrouping here, trying to find a couple more percent. Kutztown deciding to stay on the point with the Symmetra. Understandable, they saw Westchester do it. It's not a bad strategy here. Westchester deciding to teleport up top here, or it's a bait. It looked like it was a bait teleporter, and here comes one of the more powerful ultimates for this team fight right here. Is going to be a sim wall. Deliberating is Zodi HD. Pushing up with his team, doing good damage, picking off that really important. They do not, Kutztown does not have a mortality field anymore. Westchester pushing up and using an ultimate here to clean them out with that Mei ult. Grim again with the tactical crouching. I can see the strategy there with that. And cleaning up Sunset Sloth, just trying to get as many percent points as she can on the point. Westchester with the lead here. Kutztown almost got even percentage there on the point before they lost that last team fight. Not too far behind in ult charge, even though it may not look like it. Westchester with 3 ultimates ready. Kutztown with 3 coming up pretty quick. This could be anybody's fight here, but if this is the fight to win, this is the one. Kutztown does need this win, or after they use ultimates and lose, this would be very, very bad for them. Trying to sweep these turrets out of here is Craft Punk. A shatter attempt does catch one in the back, and he presses the Reinhardt no-no button and is immediately punished for it. An incredibly quick cleanup from Westchester there, and Kutztown did use 3 ultimates in that fight. This map is not looking great for them, as they're only going to have a Death Blossom left. Fatal Shard switching over to that Wrecking Ball to try to get that last second touch, and unfortunately it is too late. Westchester takes the first map. Kutztown not too far behind Westchester here. Very possible they can bring it back on a second map. Knowing them, a hybrid map pick is next. Here is the play of the game. Craft Punk with a ton of damage with that fire strike into that grab, and just swinging through it. So great grab there by Fatal Shards. Craft Punk with the cleanup. Kutztown able to take about 44% there on the point. Westchester cleaning it up, setting a good standard for them for this first map here for them. So looking forward to what they pick. A hybrid map is coming next. We've got Kings Row is an option. We've got your Blizzard World maps. I won't expect to see a ton of map 3s today. I hope we do. But if we do get there, that will be an escort map. So we'll see your Junker Towns. We'll see your Gibraltars. That would be a great map today. Not a lot of dive here today so far. Drexel being the only team to show a lot of dive characters early. Again, Lijiang, not an incredible place for dive, but Drexel made it work. I'm sure other teams can. looking forward to see what they have. Kutztown B being the team that I've helped coach, it's really cool to see them at LAN. I hope that they and Westchester both have their LAN nerves knocked off at this point. It's very possible that both teams are still very nervous, even with the win. It's possible that nerves could be getting to them. So we got to look for more damage from the Kutztown B team DPS line. Westchester's Reinhardt is doing a great job of putting a lot of pressure up front, but it could be detrimental to them if he keeps playing that aggressive. Kutztown could punish it. I think that may be their way in. Westchester, great job with the Junkrat Symmetra on that first point. Good to see a classic Li Zhang lineup with the Symmetra and the Junkrat spam. Really hard to deal with early, and because Westchester got there really quickly on control point, it's going to make for a difficult first fight for Kutztown, and they definitely capitalized on that. So I believe we're going to take a quick look at the bracket for today. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but I did see a bracket for a moment. The map after today, or the match after what we've got coming on right now, we've got Kutztown A versus Drexel B next, so tune in for that. Looks like their hybrid map they chose is Hollywood. Good to see a map that isn't Kings Row. I mean, Kings Row is a great map and all, but it's good to see some variety tonight. We've got that classic Reaper from Kutztown B. They're a big fan of running it. Kyle, one of my co-casters, is the resident Reaper player. I'm hoping to see some great flashbang punishes from Zodi HD and some great tank pressure here from Kit Page. Darling's going to be holding that high ground from the enemy team. We'll have to make sure that she keeps that Reaper and that Soldier from staying up on that first point high ground. We've also got good verticality here from the supports on Westchester. They can both get up and help that D.Va as she's trying to keep them off. And it goes. Kutztown B pushing out here. Looks like they've got a nice dive comp here. I've seen them practicing their dive. This might be trouble for first point Westchester here. Craft Punk sweeping the edges of the map, making sure there's no flankers up there. And an incredible sleep dart early here on Paige might mean her death, and it does. A good countdown does take her out. And here comes Kutztown to clean up. They've gotten 2 players. But Brandon does get punished there by Zodi HD early, and now it's even. This could go anybody's way. It's now the mid-fight. An incredible anti-grenade there from Josh is going to mean a lot of extra work for Skip here, and because they only have Lucio heals, Kutztown does have more sustain with both their supports. Josh up top giving him a lot of heals. Craft Punk on their way back to the point, and Westchester does have a recontest here if they want, and it looks like they're going to take it here. Reinhardt with a quick charge on a point, and a McCree going up top might mean difficult for their supports. Paige with a great shot onto Josh on the high ground there. The point is contested. It's going every which way. Players are dying from both sides. A beat on Kutztown will keep them alive through this D.Va bomb. And Darling with a remake kill on a K Brandon K. And Craft Punk now one of 2 remaining members of Kutztown here on point 1. Drexel, Westchester with a successful retake here. But Kutztown saying, I'm not done. And they've gotten back up and they're still fighting here. Skip now under pressure here from some Kutztown players. That Lucio is the only support healing that they have right now, and without it they will crumble. And they do. Kutztown extending that fight, surprisingly getting it after. It turns out it was a good decision. Ultimates flying on both sides. Kutztown having a better ultimate economy here. Coming up on 3 ultimates. Westchester having only maybe 2 mid-fight here. Kutztown probably wanting to push them off so that they can't gain that ultimate advantage from that high ground. Kutztown doing just that and pushing them up and off. Craft Punk with his ult looking for something here. Both tank ultimates mean that they can play a little bit more aggressively and survive for longer. Zodi HD from up top getting a high noon kill, and there goes the Kutztown spin to win move from the Reaper. Fortunately not finding anything. Great job from the tanks on Westchester for denying all of that value. Another beat built up by Sunset Sloth so quickly will mean they're able to push up here with a little extra health. Brandon getting caught out there, Kutztown Overwatch getting caught out there. And now Josh caught out here super late, taking the elevator. He said, "My ride's here, I gotta go." Westchester saying, "No, no, no, you are staying right here." Looks like the ultimate economy staying about even now, which is good. It means Westchester will have a bit of a more even fight here. They do have a defensive ult here with the Lucio, which means if they do get dove too heavily, they will have a backup plan, which is always important. Have a backup plan in Overwatch. It's important to have one. If you don't, your team might get caught out in an awkward place, and you can get punished for it. Kutztown taking the elevator all at once, saying surprise. Pagemo in the back line trying to do anything she can to keep that Ana from healing her tanks, and it looks like she distracted him just long enough for the team to turn around and get punished for it by Grim. Grim pressing a lot of attack here on Kutztown with that charge. Kutztown having to reset here. A great longer teamfight win here from Westchester means that they're going to get a lot more time off of that clock. Pushing in here, Kutztown with 2 ults, looking to get something done. They had a great push on a first point after one lost fight. They got to be feeling it though after that first map was so incredibly one-sided from Westchester. It may have looked like that on paper, but it's a lot closer than you think. Josh picking up a McCree that probably fell too far forward there. Grim picking up 2 on the Reinhardt, not getting punished there. It's still even here with a kill onto the BAP. If Kutztown slows down this fight here, they will definitely win because they do have the sustain, and Westchester does not. Craftpunk getting some extra percent on the cart here. Kutztown still holding the upper side of this second point on Hollywood. Darling with a bomb to deny some space from Kutztown. And an incredible defense matrix use there by Fatal Shards, picking up that pulse bomb and saving that soldier from imminent death. Westchester taking a high ground here. A big bomb gets thrown up and forces them into a corner. Nothing doing, unfortunately, of it, but we do have a Baptiste ultimate and a McCree ultimate coming up here pretty soon. There is that BAP ult onto the high ground. A little bit of value it gets. It might be valuable for Westchester as they were down a player at the start of that fight. Here comes an ultimate from Kutztown OW, but unfortunately he gets stunned. If that McCree had waited maybe a second or two more, he would have canceled it. Looking to kill all 6 there as a last resort. But it's not a last resort. They do have a minute left on the clock here. Anything could happen. Reinhardt here coming up with Shatter. Graham has been doing a lot of the early damage in teamfights here and catching players out with that charge. It's now moving together, getting to that payload. Not denying the high ground though, it might cost them later. That high ground is very valuable to Westchester, and they've been utilizing it well. And an air shatter here on 3 players. No kills from it, and a beat to save Josh's life at the very last second. Brandon with the kill here, Craftpunk with the kill here. Kutztown is up 2 players right now. It still is anybody's game with this Diva Bomb on the field. Kutztown is up 4, and it looks like they will end up getting second point here. Kutztown with only a minute and 30. On a point like this, it's a bit of a walk to get back to point, and Westchester does get out. It looks like Kutztown might have forgotten there might have been forward spawns there. It could have been an extra team fight win and some percent and some distance on the cart there, but unfortunately they didn't get anything else out of it. Pagemo coming up on a EMP here. This is going to be big for their team. If they can deny that monkey, that Winston on Kutztown, his abilities, that will make for an easy team fight win. Plasma with a window here. He's going to use it early here and put a lot of pressure onto the tanks. Kutztown looks like they're going to kite it backwards. Smart decision, but Kutztown OW, Kyle gets caught out there by Paige. Not what Kutztown wants to see right now with a minute left on the clock on third point. Craftpunk utilizing that cleave damage, and there is the EMP onto the 5 players he could have hit. Paige getting 5 with that EMP. It is absolutely huge, and Grim cleaning up with that Earth Shatter. Westchester trying to defend for this last 30 seconds. This could mean an easy win on offense if they can hold Kutztown from capturing this last point. Kutztown with a couple of ultimates here is coming up, trying to disperse and disrupt his team, and a great defense matrix usage will mean that McCree gets caught out. He was a little bit greedy by dropping down there. If he'd stayed, maybe he would have lived. A beat and an aggressive play here from Westchester as a last-second kind of ditch effort while they were down a player. Fatal Shards picking up a couple. The tank line for Kutztown carrying these last couple fights. And it looks like if they can hold these fast characters off from Westchester, they may have a 3rd-point win here, and they will. Excellent job by Kutztown managing to get to that 3rd point. Westchester managing to hold them until overtime. That is a big deal, because if Westchester is able to capture that point with extra time left, they will have that time on an attack to get the first take on first point. This is a great match. This could go any way. I think Kutztown is starting to find their stride. I think Westchester is starting to realize that the Reinhardt's getting pressured too much. Grimm is doing an excellent job of putting a lot of pressure on that front line early. But is it enough for this 3rd map here? Excuse me. That's the 2nd time I've done that today. Is it enough for this map switch here? We're going to see Kutztown on defense here. I'm expecting to see a Soldier high ground and Reaper low ground. Maybe some dive tanks. They might switch it over to the Reinhardt. They did lose the Reinhardt 1v1s on Li Zhang, but looks like they are opting to go Reinhardt Diva, which was the same defense Westchester chose. It didn't go so well, but only because of an incredible sleep dart by Jasi Risu. I think we've got some meme picks here from Westchester, and that's exactly what they're doing. I'm sure they're going to watch the VOD back and see if I'm commenting on their picks, but not today. You didn't get me today, Westchester. I've watched too much Overwatch League for that. Page Mo with the Widowmaker looking to clip someone's forehead that's on high ground here early. This is exactly what Westchester wants here. They're going to put pressure on the tanks, they're going to force them to drop shield, and that's when Page comes in with that one bullet. Could change a whole team fight. Looking for it, looking for it. Soldiers peeking around the shield. It could be dangerous. Josh will take a body shot from it, and Craft Punk trying to withstand the force that is Grim and Darling on those tank players. Skip booping players forward, trying to keep them from contesting their tanks too much. And here might come an amp speed in here from Westchester. Just a lot of damage, so much so that an Earth Shatter is this early, and Craft Punk catching probably 4 in that. Making for a decisive team fight and a long team fight win from Kutztown. That was excellent. I'll point you to the top of your screens right now where that fight was so long in that hallway that we have a lot of people at 60, 70, 80% ult charge. Some of them have it. Craft Punk telling us early that he has it, showing Westchester that I am the main tank here and I am holding this high ground. Grim looking to keep his team safe as they push up here. Zodi HD looking for a flashbang maybe on the flanker here. Pushing up a little bit early here. Might get caught out too much, but luckily his team is there to save him. K Brandon K through 3 tanks, catches 250 and 200 health characters to take him out early. Kutztown with another teamfight win in this same hallway. Looks like they're trying to stagger for a little while, and they did get a couple seconds to stagger out. That's great. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Kutztown is just going to keep holding this hallway. I'm expecting Westchester, if they want right now would be a great time to rotate all the way through that left room, that bottom left room on your screen right now called IT. And it looks like they're going to be doing it. I think if it didn't work twice, I probably wouldn't try it a 3rd time. And it looks like they're going to do that. Putting a lot of pressure on point here. Kutztown's going to have to rotate early. Let's see if they catch anybody out here. Grim caught out, charges super far, and Kutztown on point here. Does manage to find a DPS player, but they have to be careful though. This fight is not lost for Westchester. Westchester committing a couple ultimates here, specifically a long charging Lucio ultimate might mean disaster for them if they're getting stuck in these choke points. They might have needed that tool to get through this choke point, and now that Kutztown and Westchester has used them both, they don't have them. We've got a Diva Bomb here. It probably won't do enough early fight. I'm expecting to see a Diva Bomb from Darling mid-fight here. Plasma probably gonna, with the amount of healing Plasma's been doing, probably will have the Bat window mid-fight as well. We do have a swap from Page here onto the Pharah. Probably looking for a cheeky boop here early. That would be a great way to get Kutztown off this high ground and force them into a close fight with that Diva Bomb and that Cassidy ultimate. Kutztown getting booped off there, alone. Brandon K getting caught up by Grim early, but the ultimates coming in for Westchester are just going to clean it up. That was a great plan, well executed from Westchester. They waited for the right moment. They got a great boop opportunity, and Grim was right there with open arms to catch the soldier. Keeping the high ground now here is key with this Pharah. They need to keep Kutztown off the high ground. It's easy for her to do that. It's not as easy for Kutztown to keep the high ground with only a soldier to contest that Pharah. Baptiste holding the point down. Westchester looking to bulk up here and run in on Kutztown, possibly get them off using the elevator, possibly boop them off. I'd love to see what the strategy is here. Some comms are probably being had in Westchester right now about where Kutztown is and how to boop them off there. I'm expecting the Pharah to jump up here any second here. If she does come up, she's got to be careful. That's a lot of damage. Kutztown will capitalize on that close Pharah, and they will pull her early. The Mercy Res does get canceled by Kutztown. And a great attempt at a shatter there from Grim. Only a seconds too late, or it would have wiped everybody out. Okay, Brandon K cleaning up the pilot Diva there once again. Kutztown with a lot of ultimates on the high ground here is very dangerous for Westchester. If Kutztown can hold them here for a couple more fights, they will have a second map win. Westchester looking to deny them that third game. Kutztown dropping down, Craft Punk getting charged into. Kutztown throwing a couple resources at him, and the backlines are trading here. Grim taking out the Reinhardt, Fatal Shards, and Kutztown Overwatch pushing the backline and trading backlines quick enough to help Kutztown heal up and take care of the rest of the players that were in front of the supports of Kutztown there. Westchester's got to be thinking here, what do we need? And that's exactly what they need. An early pick here on the only ultimate that Kutztown has right now is going to be important. Getting this high ground for this Widowmaker is going to mean danger for this backline of Kutztown Overwatch. And an excellent second shot there. Paige is killing it right now, taking out the other Kutztown support, Sunset Sloth. Paige beginning to piece together what needs to happen here to take out Kutztown, and it looks like it may have clicked. Using a couple ultimates there, they won't have another one for this next fight. Kutztown may have a last-second touch here on this point, but it looks like they have decided to do it. The Ryan charge was just not there. It's unfortunate. The Reaper tried to teleport behind and get up there, and oh, that's disaster for Kutztown. A whiff shatter might mean a bad fight here, but they've lost their front line. Westchester's lost their front line. Kutztown Overwatch teleporting up behind them to try to cause some chaos, and that's exactly what they did. Forcing Westchester to back up, take the long way home. Westchester with a couple of ultimates here. I'm expecting to see a Lucio ultimate to push through here. If they're going to save it for Visor, it might be wasted. It might be too late at that point. And there it is. They're using it. And there's a lot of skulls on screen right now. Zodi HD with a 3K with that Cassidy ultimate pushing up, making a statement saying, get out of my face, get away from my friends. Kutztown forced to respawn with a couple of ultimates. Zodi HD putting his foot down, saying that this is it. I am tired of this, being stuck here, moving Kutztown, getting it done. Here goes Craft Punk, pretty close to another shatter, but Grims is even closer. Manages to find a couple players while he was out of position. The Diva Bomb not able to find anything. Paige cleaning up here, and with 23 seconds on the clock, this could be bad for Kutztown. Looks like we will not see a Wrecking Ball switch from Kutztown, and instead a Reinhardt charge and a Doomfist coming in. Manages to pick off that Lucio, but it's it's just not enough to keep them on the point long enough. Westchester with 8 seconds left on the clock. Both teams getting a minute. This is an exciting match. Could go any way.
Initiating match.
I'm not paying you for your acting ability.
Hydration check, everyone. Make sure we're staying hydrated. It's important. I hope that both the teams that are playing right now are staying hydrated. It's important to your health, you guys. You can't game if you don't hydrate, so make sure you're hydrating.
Ready for battle.
One minute on the clock for both teams to get as far as they can. Kutztown with only 8 seconds left, then, or 8 seconds less, excuse me, than Westchester. They're hoping to keep their tournament on the go. Kutztown not quite on with their back against the wall, but without capturing a tick here on point, their backs will be against the wall. Westchester looking for a bunker, a little bit more of a bunker disrupt comp with that Diva. We've got an Ashe, which is long range. We've got that Torp turret. They're looking to slow down the fight a little bit more than they used to. Kutztown with a Mei on attack on first point here. I'm interested to see how they're going to utilize this. They might block the line of sight off high ground here. They may use it to freeze tanks. A lot of damage coming in there from Craft Punk, 30% ult charge already, but a lot of damage onto him as well. I mean, their Ana Josh is going to have a lot of work to do, and he does. Kutztown dropping down on a point now, saying, Westchester, you got to get on here. You got to get on here with us. It's a party. Grim answering that call, showing up to the party with a full shield and a hammer with their name on it. It's mid-fight. It's crazy. Everyone's everywhere. Kutztown rotating towards the stairs here. Trades on both sides. This is an important team fight as there's only 8 seconds left until overtime will begin to tick. Kutztown needs this right here, right now, and a beat means that no one on Westchester is going to die for a little bit. It looks like Westchester might be holding this here. Sunset Sloth already with an ultimate. These Lucios doing an incredible job of charging their ultimates very quickly, frankly faster than I've seen in a long time. Kutztown with their last breath trying to get on the point here, and it looks like Westchester will hold first tick, first point here. Excuse me. Westchester utilizing that Torb turret to keep Kutztown busy with all of the damage from different places. That Ashe on the high ground, that Torb on the top of the elevator. I think it was a great choice there. I think that mid-fight was absolutely crazy. There was so much going on. There was players everywhere. But for like 15 seconds, it felt like nothing was happening. No one was dying. But what we do have here is Kutztown with their backs against the wall. They need to get something done here. They have to draw this map if they want to continue on. And if they do manage to draw this map, they'll be picking their payload map. I believe they'll still have the same picks. Kutztown with a Bastion comp, looking to hold it down. They can't lose a single tick, so why not go all in? And that's exactly what they're going to do. Hoping that Westchester keeps that Pharah, keeps that Torb. Those projectiles are very valuable against a character like Bastion. Kutztown looking to protect with both of their tanks. Opting not to go for, opting to go for a Baptiste is Kutztown, just to guarantee that Bastion won't die. Westchester keeping that Pharah. This will prove a struggle if they get any boops off, or if they manage to spam down this Bastion too much. As you can see, it's a very hard angle for Bastion to be able to shoot this Pharah. Pharah can stay super far away and gets just as much value as if she were right there. A rock attempt onto that Pharah might have distracted her enough for Kutztown to get their early pick. And with the res here, with them using their res here, this might score trouble for them. They're switching off. There's 35 seconds left. Westchester's got to get moving here. And it looks like they're deliberating on whether they should keep their supports now as well. 26 seconds left on the clock here. And a swap from the Pharah onto the Hanzo will mean different types of spam here. One shot, one opportunity here for Westchester to get on point. They can win the map right here if they do it quickly. Here comes Kutztown. They're coming back on a point, and a lot of crazy things are happening. Crabpunk with an excellent charge on a Grim, trying to say, I'm the main tank here. Kills going left and right on both sides. Kutztown even. Westchester beginning to get an edge here. A lot of damage out here from the tanks, and it looks like Westchester is going to clean it up, and they will take map 2. 2-0, Westchester to Kutztown. Congrats to Westchester. They will be moving on in the bracket. And Zodi HD with a couple excellent McCree plays here. Great job by them. Excuse me, Cassidy plays. Still in my muscle memory. My apologies. But congratulations to Westchester and Kutztown B. You guys had a great showing. I hope you had a good day. You'll probably still be hanging around because we are still in Kutztown. But great job. Next up, we're gonna have an interview with Westchester, and we're gonna look at some replays. So stick around.